most people leave empty-handed. Most hunts end empty-handed. And the problem with that is the purpose of hunting is to feed you and yours. It all depends on who is hunting and what they're hunting. That will help increase the belief and the possibility of a successful hunt. For me, I was on the constant hunt of success, but never knew or never had a true definition of success. Therefore, even if I was on it, I wouldn't have known. But then that's when basketball came along. And I knew with all of my logical brain that my life purpose was to be in the NBA. And the cool thing with my goal is I shared it with millions of others. So like many other people, many other basketball players of my generation, I work to adopt the Mamba mentality of I'll just outwork anyone that's in my way so I can beat them. Now the problem with that is everything is so external. There's no empowerment to that. So even on the days that I didn't want to go work out, on the days I didn't want to show up to the classroom, on the days I didn't want to lift the weights, my motivation was someone else. What someone else is gonna be proud of me for, what someone else is gonna think is good for me, what someone else thinks I should get a certain accolade and I get the accolade for them. When someone else wants to live the rest of their dream through me. That motivation is a scarce resource. It is an unreliable resource. Because the people and the producer of these things are so inconsistent with themselves. It is like I'm trying to think of a good example. I don't know. But anyways, when your motivation is based off of someone else or something else having to provide you with extrinsic motivation, and that's what you run off of, then you're ultimately playing at somebody else's game. What up? You're ultimately playing at somebody else's game, somebody else's rules, somebody else's control. And In the universe, the only things that you can truly control is your vessel, your emotions, your body, your moods, your feelings, your actions, your responses. If those are the only true things you can control, not influence, but control, then that's where the true power lies. And that's something I had to learn. That's something that I went through. And that's something that you have to go to the dark of whatever your reality is and realize you have to stay in the dark for as long as you can't see. Because once you can see, you start realizing light. If you can see, you realize light.
My bad, family. I know that you're enjoying this video, but real quick, if you're ready for change, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling tired of being tired, then you need to join the missing piece. You're not going to find a better program for this cheap. So hit the link in the description for a workout plan, a nutrition guide, mindset coaching, all of that. Just hit the link and you'll see all the details. All right, back to the video.
Now, if you create, you can create the light. So what I found out is I had to go within. I used to have a true fear of being alone because after I accomplished other people's accolades that they thought were right for me, what I thought was right for me in my logical brain, and I made it to the collegiate level, and I played on 2 different college basketball teams, and I got honorary scholar athlete. How you doing? I got honorary scholar athlete. And it still left a feeling of unfulfillment. I still felt like I had broken relationships with my family and my friends. I felt like, and I knew I had a broken relationship with myself. So that left me 2 options. I could self-destruct, or I can self-empower and work to make a change. So that's what I set out to do. Once I realized I had the fear of being alone, I realized that if I'm fearful of the only common denominator in everything in my life, then I have no true control. I have no true confidence. I have no true potential if I don't even believe in myself, because I don't know myself. Because all the lack of belief is a lack of understanding. A lack of understanding. I was running from myself. How could I understand what I want? How could I understand why I'm feeling unfulfilled? How could I understand why I was feeling sad? So I started asking these questions. Because with the question comes an answer. With a question comes an answer. And that was another harsh lesson that I had to learn. Is with a question comes an answer. So if you're not asking the right questions, if you're not speaking the correct things, then you're going to create an undesirable reality. And you're gonna create something that doesn't necessarily line up with what you wanted to create. What you create might be cool. Other people might like it. Other people might be impressed by it, but it's not truly what you want. And you have it, so you feel unfulfilled. So, with that being said, the lesson that I learned is you have to ask your reality is designed by the questions you ask and the words you speak and the actions you take. Because all of those affect your feelings. Your feelings control your emotions. Your emotions control your feelings. Your feelings control your actions. Your actions control your results. Your results control your beliefs. And your beliefs reinforce your emotions. But I didn't understand this pattern because I wasn't being taught the correct lessons and the correct resources and the correct practices that I should instill to get to know myself. The only thing that can make me a good basketball player, the only thing that can make me a good student, the only thing that can make me a good brother, the only thing that can make me a good husband, the only thing that can make me a good son, the only thing that can make me a good coach, the only thing that can make me a good human is myself. And I didn't know myself. So everything felt like a question mark. Everything felt like I was playing someone else's game. Everything felt like I couldn't win. Even when I was getting the accolades, even when I was getting the attention, it didn't feel like I was winning. Because ultimately it didn't align with what I truly wanted. Because humans, we are animals of conformity. And what conformity means is when you adapt to your environment unconsciously, consciously or unconsciously. When you adapt and become your environment unconsciously or consciously. And I became my environment. I became superb in my environment. But as soon as I went to college and everybody was elite, it was a sign for an awakening. Because when you go into a new environment that's going to demand more of you, that's going to challenge you more, that's going to provide you new lessons, that's going to provide you new blessings. When you go into a new environment, by biological law, the animal has to adapt to its environment. Now, the speed and consciousness that that animal uses to adapt is on that animal. And that's what I realized. I had to adapt and become more. I had to become more than what I was. What I was enough. Enough for me? No. Enough to fulfill my purpose? No. It was enough for the moment. It was enough to get me to this point of realization. Because once you realize every single day is a new day. Every single day has infinite possibilities. Every single day has infinite abundance. Every single day has infinite blessings. Every single day has infinite curses. Every single day has an infinite possibility for a bad day. Every single day has an infinite possibility for a great day. Every single day. But it ultimately comes down to, what do you want? What do you want from that day? What do you want to create that day? What do you want to create in a series of these days? What do you want to create as your legacy? And the only way to find that out is by asking yourself,